Hey, Andrew.
What?
What do you call a cheap circumcision? A ripoff. Welcome back to Dynamite Bros, everybody. I'm Jason. This is Drew Dynamite.
Yeah, and we're going to Halloween Town.
That joke was shamelessly stolen from Tumblr.
Okay, so we did Agrabah, and oh yeah, that's what I wanted to say. I did the journal requirements for 100 Acre Wood, so that's done.
Well, that doesn't look terrifying whatsoever.
Well, it is Halloween Town. What'd you expect?
It doesn't look like it would haunt my dreams for the rest of my life.
You're gonna find out, like, as we're playing through, there's really no reason for us to be here.
We just decided to stop by.
Wrong with my design. It's flawless. There must be something wrong.
Obviously, we need to be there because there's nothing wrong with his design.
Yep, nothing can go wrong.
I need to find better assistance.
But even so, you'll see as we get through. So, Jason was saying before we started recording, like, that we're almost done. We got this world, we got Pride Lands, we got
Atlantica.
Yeah, but there's a lot of post-game stuff that we got to get done. So, I mean, we are like.
You mean poster stuff?
Yes, but probably like 2/3 of the way done. I would say, but
well, we're getting there. We're getting there.
Yeah, we're getting there. Oh, God.
Jack, no.
Jack,
what are you doing? You were supposed to stop these shenanigans.
Perfect timing, gentlemen. Lend me a hand, won't you?
Well, at least he called us gentlemen.
It's like catching someone, like, pleasuring themselves in the room. Almost. And I could just imagine, like, coming into Jack's room and him jacking himself off somehow.
Perfect timing, gentlemen. Why don't you give me a hand here?
Finished with Christmas fantasies, you know that.
So that's the perfect response to whenever someone walks in on you masturbating. Just look at them straight in the eye and say, perfect timing. Why don't you give me a hand here? Even if it's your parents. Stare them dead in the eye. They will never walk into your room ever again.
Exactly. Like, don't you hate it when that happens? Like they walk. Like, I hated that when they walk in, like, without knocking. Like they're playing with fire.
They just walk in. It's like, hey, son or daughter, what do you need? Or I need you to do something. And then it's like, guys, come on, like, knock, please. But, like, it's gotten to the point where I've had to train myself to, like, listen for when my parents come in case, like, I don't know,
in Halloween Town.
what would be something embarrassing that's not glaringly obvious, like porn?
Of course.
Like, imagine you're watching a video, imagine you're watching anime, and they're talking in such high-pitched, squeaking voices that some people might think it's porn. So when your parents come in and they see these bright, colorful cartoons, you kind of have to pause it and kind of hide it away and be like, yes. So if they were, coming in to see me do that, I'm always like, on the lookout, like, oh, do I hear someone coming up the stairs? All right. Pause that, minimize it, turn around to meet them as they open the door.
Sora, Donald, Goofy, we're off.
What are we doing?
Well, apparently someone has been stealing Christmas presents, so, surprise, we gotta save Christmas again.
That's the whole point, though, of everything to deal with Christmas. We gotta save Christmas, or we gotta restart Christmas. That's every single Christmas plot.
What was that racket? It seemed to come from the factory. I have a bad feeling about this. Oh God, Sally is starting to get to me. Sora, would you mind checking it out?
Yeah, sure, but how about you take me off the goddamn naughty list? How about that?
Oh no, I've seen all that hentai you wrote about yourself and Riku.
How do you know that?
I'm Santa.
Wait a minute. Doesn't that technically make you a pedophile, Santa?
No, he just knows that they did it.
Nah, come on. That definitely makes sense.
That Sora wrote the fanfic.
Well, why would Sora write it? If anything, it would be Kairi who writes it. Because she ships Riku and Sora together so hard.
I can hear voices coming from the second floor factory. I'd like to go investigate, but I'm too frightened.
coward.
Also, have you seen how small I am? I couldn't do anything.
We're always running behind enough as it is. The last thing we need is more trouble. Is it in
Santa's
here?
just like, you know, if Christmas could not be attacked every year, maybe we could actually get everything done on time.
No. Boring.
And it's these little shits again.
No. No way. Ow.
They're little shits.
So you three took them.
Took what?
You stole the presents, didn't you?
It wasn't us.
Liars.
But it really sounds like fun. Run for it!
All right, boss battle.
Is there any way you could just lock them up?
Well, it's funny that you mentioned that because that's what we gotta do. We gotta knock them out when their HP gets low, and then we gotta aim the box at them like so, and trap them in the like that.
Ah, okay, cool.
Yep.
Well, is there any way we could lock them up forever, like, and throw away the key?
Well, that's actually what they wanted to do to Santa, no?
Yeah. So why not do it to them? Let them know how it feels. She's still up.
Ow, come
Oh,
on.
no,
You gotta aim the box. There we go. Pretty easy, actually.
It's not a true boss fight. Ooh, you gained an item slot. That means you
That's
can equip
always
more
nice.
stuff.
Where'd you put the presents?
We told you! We don't have them!
I said where are the presents?
Ah, don't hit me! It hurts!
Speak!
No, stop it!
Get the electrical pliers! Get the car battery!
What the? Dude, they're kids!
Then why are you in here? Sorry, I think you're taking this a little too far. No, he's fucking with my Christmas!
We're looking for parts for the experiment. Please don't hurt me! Oh! Experiment?
Like every
Sora! Sora, that was Jack. No, I'm sorry. That's my bad. I'm sorry, Jack. Are you okay? My dignity is offended, but I'll recover.
Dr. Finkelstein's making us a friend once we get to boss around.
It's true. The doctor's been working at hard making something lately. Sora!
What?
You hit me!
Sorry.
Asshole! Besides, Christmas presents are boring.
What'd you say?
Oh, we're from Halloween Town. What do you expect us to think is fun?
Yeah.
There's nothing fun here. Let's go back to Halloween Town.
Get the fuck out of here before I waterboard you.
What the fuck is wrong with you, kid?
Are you talking to the kids or Sora?
I'm talking to Sora.
They're fucking with Christmas. Like, I think it's a perfectly legitimate response. So, were those pranksters responsible for taking the gifts?
It doesn't look like it.
Then that means...
Sally!
Oh, thank goodness. You're all right.
You're all here.
Her model is always sad.
Yep.
Something's wrong, isn't it? Yep. How could you tell? Because you're you. The Heartless are back in the town square. Oh, great. Good for them. Anything else? Robo Hitler is back. Oh, great. Anything else? The orphanage across the street caught fire. Ugh.
Anything else? There's an ice cream truck. Oh, well, that's just... actually, that's not bad. That's not bad. No ice cream truck is out of ice cream, though. No!
That's our cue. Back to Halloween Town.
Can you imagine if that were the case?
Oh, well, there's an ice cream truck outside. Oh, good. But it's out of ice cream. Fuck you, Sally.
But wait! What about finding the gift napper?
Actually, the Heartless were playing with some presents when I saw them.
Aha! We have our culprits.
This plot for this world is tacky as fuck. I'm sorry. The presents are important, but Halloween Town needs your help too. Go take care of the trouble there first.
Well, Sora, you know, We have to save Christmas.
The Heartless are causing trouble in the Halloween Town Square. It looked like they were playing with presents. Be careful. Watch out, they're playing with presents. They're very dangerous.
They're messing with Christmas. Now, I have a question.
Yes.
If...
Hold on, one second. Before I... Why can't I summon? Oh, okay, whatever. Okay, sorry, what's up?
If you were roped into a plot to save Christmas...
Oh, because I don't have enough drive. Okay, yeah, well, continue. If I was roped in a plot to save Christmas...
Yes. Just how determined would you be? Would it be kind of like, oh my god, I can't believe it. This is actually happening.
What kind of Christmas are we talking about? Like, in a universe where Santa Claus is real, or...
Yeah. Obviously. What else did you think?
Well, I mean, if in a universe where Santa Claus was real, I would, help out.
Okay, now let's say Christmas was threatened where there was, in our world, where overnight, some...
Robo-Hitler stole presents?
Yes, some Robo-Hitler stole everyone's presents with this giant present vacuum. How determined would you be to stand up to Robo-Hitler to save Christmas?
I'd probably shoot him.
Okay.
Stand your ground.
I provide a different answer. If he's a robot Hitler, just dump some water on him.
That's you.
If Heartless are on the loose, we can't just ignore them. We have to go back to Halloween Town and take care of them.
What is this experiment the Doc's creating? He didn't do us any favors last time. I doubt anything good will come of this either.
Let's hurry up and get get rid of those Heartless so we can get those presents back. Come on, let's go.
Oh, for God's sakes.
There was Death Battle, right?
Yes.
They recently did Sora versus Pit.
Yeah, I kept meaning to bring that up, but I kept forgetting.
And I wasn't too crazy about whoever they got to do Goofy's voice. Like, I mean, I know Donald Duck didn't say anything, but at least the tone and the sound of the voice was on point.
There was a little Donald Duck screeching like.
I know, that's the thing. He didn't say anything, but the voice was on point at least. Mm-hmm. But I was not crazy at all with whoever did the Goofy voice.
Well, you should have got me to do it. It's a little bit closer.
Kochino say no jutsu!
What the fuck?
I realized I haven't really been using summons. What's special?
What is he wearing?
His outfit changes because he's mimicking your drive forms.
Ah, okay.
And they're all dead. I haven't really been leveling up my summons. I don't really use summons that much.
You use your drive form a lot, though?
Yeah, I do. And the reason why I have been is because of,
Farming?
Well, yeah, because, of important abilities.
Yep.
I mean, I did mention it before, but I'll say it again. Your drive, your summon levels up per every time a bar gets depleted.
Oh, nice.
Honestly, Wisdom and Master Form Genie aren't that useful. I could have changed them, but I was too lazy.
How do you...
There was a command that said drive ? So I could have changed them. The more useful ones are Valor and Final Form Genie.
Ah.
There's no Limit Form Genie as far as I'm aware.
Well, Limit Form was added in the final mix.
Yes, it was.
Actually, I have a question.
Yes.
How do you feel about the fact that they had to re-release this game at least 2 other times with different editions? I feel like that's kind of like a money grab.
Well, no, only one edition.
No, wasn't there 2.5 and then this is...
This is the same game, only it's for the PS4 and on one disc with a bunch of other games.
Okay, but they re-released Kingdom Hearts 2 on, a different version of it later on, didn't they? 2.5?
This is 2.5.
Sally was right.
Right, but there was Kingdom Hearts 2, and then they re-released it as 2.5.
Yes, this is 2.5.
No, I know this is the final mix, but I mean, how do you feel about that? The fact that they re-released this game and then added it on a collection instead of, I don't know, updating it or adding DLC?
Well, they added a bunch of new stuff to this.
I know, but...
There's a whole DLC to this.
I know, but normal games would just release DLC or they would patch stuff in, not release a whole video game and kind of have you pay again for a very similar experience with just minor additions. It's kind of like... Well, it kind of is...
Well, the PS2 didn't have DLC, did it?
I mean, I think they had patches though.
Oh god.
No. PS2 definitely had DLC. I mean, Xbox had DLC. So the PS2.
I wouldn't know. I never connected my PS2 to the internet.
Yeah, no. The PS2 definitely had DLC because I know the Xbox had DLC. So, I mean, it kind of reminds me, for whatever reason, of Fable and Fable: The Lost Chapters, where you had Fable, which was, you know, the full game, but then they released Fable: The Lost Chapters as both a DLC and then later on they released it as the full game. And The Lost Chapters added several additional main quests after the main story ended, but then they also released a bunch of side quests between you know, the beginning of the game and the end of the game.
Well, I mean, I think it's fine because what they did with Kingdom Hearts 2, because like this disc has like, okay, maybe not for the PS3, but you know, this disc that we're playing on right now, it has like 4 games in one.
Yeah, well, that's fine, but what about the 2.5 that they re-released, just like Kingdom Hearts 2.5, and it's like,
for the PS3?
I just played this game.
Well, I don't remember how long it came out. The present was stolen and it was beautifully wrapped. Okay, whatever.
I was just sitting here brainstorming when all of a sudden I was attacked. I collapsed, and when I awoke, my experiment was gone. It was alive. Don't worry, Doctor. We know who took it.
He actually doesn't know that the experiment is alive.
Who?
The Heartless!
None. What? Those wretched things? Preposterous. This was nothing like a Heartless.
Not the Heartless, huh?
Who else could it be?
Say, I have an idea.
What?
The thief must like Christmas presents, so we place irresistible gifts about to draw him into a trap. Sora, what the hell?
Your idea's stupid, you're stupid, stop being stupid.
And this miscreant is the same one who stole my experiment? That's right.
How will we know for sure?
Well, if you didn't slap someone every time they said something. Anywho, well, now that's easy. Sora! Yourself! Hold on. I can do it. No, I can't.
We're like slapping the back of our hand to like make the slap sound.
I mean, clapping does the same thing, kind of. We'll scare a confession right out of him.
And not the way you did, Sora.
We'll be humane about it.
Gosh.
Are you sure waterboarding is pretty effective? Goofy, shut up!
I only need to stare at him, because he will be afraid of the night.
What do you say we go with Jack's plan, just for now?
Honestly, you should just have him. You should just hang him upside down at the top of a building and say, "Where is he?"
I was actually thinking of that. Imagining Donald do that just now.
Let's get to Sandy's house, post-haste. We've got to make some Christmas presents quickly.
Where are the presents?
Have you found the presents yet?
No! I mean, no. Almost, Mr. Claus.
We're going to reel in the thief with Christmas presents as bait.
Would you mind if we used your factory to create a few presents?
Presents as bait? Goodness, I don't like the sound of that. And I like the sound of all that Chinese torture you were suggesting, Sora. It's to save Christmas! This is why you're on the naughty list. Just this once, I suppose it's for a good cause. Not the Chinese torture, though.
You know, what if we just made cardboard boxes and just wrapped them up? He wouldn't know the difference.
Alright, use the second floor and put some heart in it. Well, I mean, but they gotta make a mini game out of it, which is what we're gonna do next time on Dynamite Bros.
Goodbye, everybody. Sora, no!
I was just about to do that.
Beat you to it.